So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about local prop firms. I'm gonna be brutally honest and tell you my own opinion. And I'm not affiliated with any one of these prop firms. I'm not promoting them. I'm just giving you an educational video and my thoughts. So if you're still new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button. I don't know why you guys are taking so long to actually reach 10,000 subscribers. So please click the subscribe button for more content regarding forex trading, prop firms, and personal growth. Okay, so I've been keeping a close eye of local prop firms, especially South African. Let's just talk South African prop firms. I've been keeping a close eye and just been looking at them and how they move. So a lot of people who have used local brokers, they know that local brokers are not quite they are not nice. They always have problems when it comes to withdrawing money, market manipulation, spread manipulation. So there's always a lot of drama happening with local brokers. So when it comes to local prop firms, I'm sure a lot of people get curious and have doubts when it comes to getting funded with local prop firms. And I'm one of those people as well. I always have questions when it comes to local prop firms. So I've been keeping a close eye. The most popular one, I think it's called Comet Capital from RSG. RSG has become one of the most popular broker. I don't know if they're the most used broker, but they became the most popular broker. And there's another prop firm called Funded Marketplace. Funded Marketplace basically uses like four, I don't know if it's 4 or 5, I think it's 5 local brokers. There's JP Markets, IQ Markets, Space Markets. Yeah, they have no, they don't have Space Market, but they have a lot of local brokers that they use, and I've been keeping a close eye. So is it a good idea to have to purchase an account with a local prop firm, or is it a bad idea? So that's probably the reason you're here for the video. So on my personal opinion, I think it is a good idea for the fact that one fact is the rand against the dollar has been very, very, very weak. We are trading roughly nothing less than 18 rand 80 cent, 18 or 19 rand for that matter. So if you have if you want to purchase an account of $1,000, probably you'll pay close to 30k. Imagine. So one thing that I love about local prop firms is that they offer a ZAR account. So a ZAR account, a 50 rand will always be 50 rand. So there's no fluctuation of price. So it's very nice. The thing is, the challenging part is trading a ZAR account is not for me personally. Let me talk for myself. I'm not used to trading a ZAR account. So in terms of risk management on understanding the lot size, that might be a challenge if you are only using USD account. That might be the tricky part, but buying a ZAR account is always cheaper because there's no price fluctuation, and especially since the rand against the dollar has been super weak. So buying a ZAR account is one thing that is a green flag for me. And another thing is, what I saw about local prop firm is their high leverage. If you notice, a lot of prop firms, especially the international prop firms, when it comes to leverage, they always have a very, very low leverage. So most of the time their leverage is 1:50. That's their highest. 1:50. Most of them 1:50. But when it comes to local prop firm, their leverage is quite high, 1:100. But bear in mind, having a high leverage is something that can work with you and something that can work against you. So it's not. It's a two-way street basically. So anything can happen. You can make a lot of money and lose a lot of money if you have a high leverage. So that's another thing that is a bit tricky. But having a high leverage, let's say you have a 1 million rand account on Comet Capital, and you have 1 million rand on FTMO. So the 1 million doesn't have the same weight because of leverage. You can have the same trade, the same lot size, but we're not gonna make the same amount of money, and we're not gonna use the same amount of money. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that a lot of people understand leverage, because this video is not about leverage. So that's another point that I love about local brokers. And most of these new preference, I don't know if you have you noticed this, is that a lot of them don't offer refund anymore. So as soon as you pass, when the preference business started, as soon as you pass the challenge phase, and then you get funded, and then you make your first withdrawal, you will get your refund. A lot of these preference now do not offer refund. So I don't know if the local program offer refund. I haven't saw even the FAQ, then didn't saw anything about refund. So that's a tricky one. I haven't checked as well. So a lot of these programs do not offer refund. I don't know why it's happening. Another downfall for the local program, something that I didn't like, is what is that they still use the old model of 5 minimum trading days. That is one thing that I just didn't like with local pro firms. 5 minimum trading days is basically you need to open a trade and close a trade the a day. So if you open a trade and close a trade today, it's gonna be called a trading day, and the following day you need to open and close a trade that day. So if they say 5 minimum, so you have to do this thing 5 times. That is a tricky part. 5 times you just need to open a trade and close it. So I didn't like that when it comes to local pro firms, and I didn't like as well was I saw their FQ how it's called high frequent asked questions, and I saw some trading style when it comes to common capital that I didn't like, when they said that they don't allow scalpers. So that was a no for me, because I don't know, when they say scalping, what do basically they mean is that they don't allow traders who close trade with less than with less than 10 pips, because scalping is actually closing 10 pips and lower, so they don't like that. So you have to hold trades, so you have to have um, a lot of pips that you've gotten with them, so this is one thing that I also didn't like. I, I love the fact that obviously since they are local, so if you're using a local broker, it's gonna be easy for you to get their payout. And I haven't gotten in a phase where I saw a payout. No, I haven't gotten that phase. I was looking forward of Andy Gold, because he did a pro firm challenge with them with Comet Capital. So I was really looking forward with seeing that do they really pay, because that's the most important thing, is getting payouts. You don't wanna go to all this roller coaster ride and only to find out that um, they reject your payouts. So if you've been with one of these prop firms, please comment below and tell us, do they actually pay? Because if you go to their trust pilots, they have small reviews, so you really don't know what you're dealing with. So that's another thing that I'm really curious about, and I just hope that I'll get someone who've done challenges with them, because I wouldn't trust leadership is an influencer. He's an influencer of Comet Capital, so I'm not gonna trust anything that he says, because obviously he's gonna try by all means to promote the prop firm, which is his job. I don't blame him for that, but I just want someone who's not in the who's not in the who's not involved with the company. Someone who's just the clients, and tell me his experience. But I've saw their spread are very good and all those stuff. So those are my thoughts. But I'm looking forward probably the upcoming months to actually buy a challenge. Probably buy a 500,000 or a 200K just to try them out and see. Because I don't want to use go for a huge funds only to find out that they will reject my payout. So those are my thoughts